Beachy Stout co-accused bail restored, wife happy. Oscar Barnes, who was jointly charged with businessman Everton Beachy Stout MacDonald for the 2020 murder of Tanya MacDonald, had his bail restored on Monday in the Home Circuit Court, Kingston, during the start of a fresh trial in the matter. Barnes' wife, on hearing the news, breathed a sigh of relief in court as she has not been able to spend time with him after getting married on Sunday, September 17, which was the day before his bail was revoked. As for Barnes, he smiled from ear to ear, oozing joy. Judge Chester Stamp instructed that the same conditions, such as reporting time and curfew, which applied before his bail was revoked, would still stand. Speaking to the Jamaica Observer, Barnes' wife said, "Oh God, the kids are going to be so happy. He has 5 of them. I am so happy. He is a family man. He is the type of father who studies with his kids. He is the one who picks them up from school. He goes to church every Sunday, but people don't know that." She was then seen shortly after, tightly embracing Barnes, who could not contain his smile. Tanya, the woman who Barnes is being accused of murdering, was the second wife of his co-accused Everton to be killed. Tanya's partially burnt body was found slumped beside her raised car on the Sherwood Forest Main Road in Portland on July 20, 2020, with her throat slashed. Last week Monday, a jury was impaneled and began to hear testimony from one of Everton's former employees, who was the first on a long list of witnesses in the case. On the second day of the trial last week, one of the jurors did not show up and the matter had to be adjourned until Wednesday. On Wednesday, when the matter returned, 2 jurors had to be dismissed as one of them was deemed to be in serious financial woes and would not be able to sustain his family if he was to continue serving until November, when the trial is expected to end. The other juror has employment overseas and would not be able to receive approval from his job to be absent for such an extended period. The process of selecting a new 7-member jury for trial on Monday was very lengthy. The selection process saw 12 people being eliminated as potential jurors in the case due to either defense attorneys or prosecutors objecting to them being selected or because of other reasons. One of the potential jurors said she personally knew at least one party, either defendant or attorney, involved in the case and was therefore excused from the matter by Supreme Court Judge Chester Stamp. Meanwhile, the foreman from the jury that was dismantled last week was about to enter the jury box to sit on the new panel but was told by Justice Stamp that he was already dismissed from the case. After that, there appeared to be a struggle to find one more person to make up the 7-member panel. However, that was sorted out and the final person to complete the panel was selected. The trial is expected to get underway today. Before it does, Justice Stamp will have to iron out potential problems with 2 of the new jurors. One of them explained she has a baby to take care of and that it will be difficult to get someone to fill in for her all the time when she is required to be in court. Another juror expressed that she has heavy responsibilities at her job, leading up to the end of the year, and may be required to give attention to her duties on different occasions. Justice Stamp told her that all employers must accommodate employees who have been called to serve as jurors, as is stipulated by law. Both women were instructed to make the necessary applications to the court registry about whatever difficulties they may have. Stamp told the members of the new jury that if they have pressing and urgent matters to attend to, they must make it known so that arrangements can be made for breaks in between the trial period. Former policeman Linton Berry dies after release from prison this year. Former district constable and garage operator, 71-year-old Linton Berry, who was released on June 16 after serving 31 years in prison for murder, has died. Relatives said Berry, who had been ailing from when he was in prison, died this morning. Berry came to national attention in 1987 when he was arrested and charged with the murder of his former lover, 36-year-old Paulette Zaidi. Berry had said on the day of his release that he was happy to be out but expressed regret that many of his friends had died while he was incarcerated. He said then that he was looking forward to spending quality time with close family members and friends. He was noted for his role in helping to make life easier for other inmates. He issued an apology to the relatives of the deceased on his release from prison. They said then that he maintained his innocence. He said the deceased grabbed his firearm and it went off, accidentally hitting her. Berry was involved in legal battles in the Supreme Court with the prison authority over poor treatment. Attorney-at-law Zara Lewis, who is representing Berry in his civil suits, described him as a fighter. He was a man who was not content to give up without a fight even as he battles his own illnesses, says Lewis. Berry is survived by his son Jason and other relatives. Bounty killer gets back his UK visa, me new stuck again. Bounty killer is ready to do road as he prepares to tour and promote his latest joint release project, Time Bomb EP with Baby Chom, and it seems that the artiste is heading to the UK as he reveals that he was recently granted his UK visa. On Instagram, the artiste shared an update that he has been granted the entry document that sees him able to travel to the United Kingdom, which includes countries England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. While sharing a photo of the visa, the dancehall legend celebrated being able to travel while also calling out his critics who said he would never be able to leave Jamaica again. "Fucka damn me news stuck again," the artiste wrote on Instagram. "New album sick, new visa it's a new arising like the phoenix so who fi start lose weight shtpss and vomit do it now poozy Una said me couldn't get back new visa but a god in control never will I ever boast stoop bend nor sell out a bad man ting." The photo of the visa page shows that it is a multiple entry visa, which means that he can enter the country many times. It also occurs that he would be allowed to perform abroad. The latest development is a win for the artiste who revealed last week to friends Gaza Uncle and DJ Everlina that he was unable to travel internationally for over 13 years. Bounty Killer's United States visa was revoked after he was found with weed while traveling to that country. "Me see a got tell dem wa fi do wid dem visa but as me say, they have no proper explanation because I got one weed charge in America, which was a misdemeanor. It was less than 5 grams," he said, noting that the matter never came up before a judge, and he only paid a $500 fee to customs for the breach. There has been speculation before that the artiste's lyric, which promote violence, may have led to his U.S. visa being revoked. He was also linked to convicted gangster Dudis Coke. In recent years, Bounty Killer has made strides to promote unity in dancehall and even urged artists to clean up their lyrics and record more upbeat and positive music. Many of his fans and friends also shared messages of joy, including Shaggy, Spice, Chom, Richie Stevens, Ja Vinci, Patra, University Professor Dr. Donna Hope, and many others. "Congratulations me General. Was only a matter of time. Who God bless no man curse," Shaggy wrote.